They're sideways or something? No.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is Juan from the Yada coming to you today with our first discussion video on this channel. I got my boy here, Carlos. He showed his Invoke deck. He got the most views on this channel, so I figured he could get the honor of showing us his top fest side deck cards. He has 5, I have 5, and then we agreed on 5 more. So I'll start it off with my top 5. First of all, we got Vanities Fiend coming in at 1 is not better than 5 and 5 is not better than 1. These are just side deck options, so you can choose. I chose Vanities Fiend simply because he has ability that nobody can special summon. He's a floodgate. If you don't out him, he just wins games for you. Next card we got is my personal favorite, Denko Rekka. Shuts off everything in the back row. She's amazing. She's bae. Just about everything about her is just amazing. She can win you games on her own, so that's why I picked Denko. My next card is Shared Ride. This is my new tech card for the new meta. It's like my personal Maxine. If Maxine gets banned or something, it lets you draw a card every time your opponent adds a card from the deck to the hand or from the graveyard to the hand. So it's pretty powerful in that sense. You know, if Maxine gets going, I have my own way of Maxing still. Next card is obviously the old man, Imperial Order. He's been doing his job for quite some time now. I don't know, he's amazing. Like, this guy can win you games on his own. I really don't think this card should have came back, but I'm glad it's here. The next is I'm pretty sure it's just on everybody's list, but it's like pretty much just a whole kaiju package, two Gamma Seals, 2 of the big ones, Jizukuru, and 2 Keiju Slumbers, the floating spell card. It's amazing. Yeah, those are my 5 best cards. Keijus are staples almost in everybody's side deck, and the rest are just out there. So, yeah, those are my 5. Here you go, Carlos.
Well, I'm going to start off my list with Cherries. I think Cherries is going to be good because ABC might be coming back, and if they do, you can always win it in a mirror match. Also, Zoo is always a big problem. Dryden, Broadbull. If you just put those on your side, you can always just win the mirror match. But I wouldn't main it just because of Draco is still out there. Next up is Maxine. I personally don't think that it's going to be banned. I think it's just going to stay at 1 or go back to 2, in my opinion. Next up, Stormy Mirror Force. No one expects the Stormy Mirror Force anymore. It's always Strike. It's always Solemn Warning. So no one plays around Stormy Mirror Force anymore. I think Anti-Spell might come back too, just because a lot of decks are now running a lot of spells, so they require more consistency. So with Anti-Spell, if you're going first, you can main it or you can side it in, and then that will just stop their turn for one whole time. And then, just like him, I have an engine as well, but my engine I think is to stop more of a Zoo, because I'm not a fan of Zoo. So I'm gonna go with Autofact engine. We got Morale Tech at first.
Scythe.
2 Scythes, and then 3 Artifact Sanctums, just so you can stop your opponent from doing anything that turn. I think that'd be better than let him do anything.
I like that, man. So those are his top 5, my top 5, and lastly, for our both top 5, we're gonna show the first engine we decided to run. We decided to run the IFrame engine. You know, it's been pretty slept on. Gamma man, he just negates everything, guys. Like, you can go Pot of Desires, they'll go Ghost Dash, and then you chain Gamma. So then you chain link 3, you'll negate Ghost Dash, you'll summon the driver from the deck, and then you'll draw your 2 cards, and then you can make an Omega and then hit another card out of their hand. So like they neg 2 and you plus an Omega, and you still get your 2 draws. Like, I don't know, this engine's really slept on, guys, but yeah, it's probably one of the better slept on engines out there.
Okay, let's see. Well, Draco isn't my favorite either, so Massive Restrict.
Yeah, it's pretty generic.
You gotta run it. Stops them for 1 turn at least.
Yeah, you gotta run it. Next, we have the new Vanities Emptiness, supposedly. Summon limit. You can't summon more than 2 monsters per turn. And, like, this is just amazing. Like, most Xyzs require 2. Most Synchros require 2. Most Link Summons require 2. Just overall, this card's amazing. Like, I personally think something's going to happen to it, or it's just the next Floodgate, honestly.
Twin Twisters. Twin Search is gonna be good just because whoever's going first is gonna main traps, so like anti-spell, artifacts. But be careful if you're going against artifacts, just so you don't pop their own scythe.
Yeah. Next we have my personal favorite, Joel and Lockbird. I honestly think this is a main deck card, but it sees a lot of side deck play, so we decided to keep it in here. But the more you test with it, guys, you'll find it's probably main deck play and next coming meta. But a lot of players side deck it just because. But Joel and Lockbird's amazing. Like probably one of the best side deck cards in your whole side deck, apart from like a Denko or a Vanities Fiend or just anything that you're going against. So that was more than 15 cards, but it was like 15 cards of just generic siding, and like they're all good cards. Like you'll see every one of these cards in side decks. You'll see Drolls, you'll see Denkos, you'll see Gammas, you'll see Cherries. You'll see just about everything you need in your side deck. So we just gave you a generic side deck on what y'all guys can use and what y'all guys can play. If y'all looking for the upcoming meta, I added one Shared Ride. That's what I think is going to be good in the next meta. Cherries is going to be amazing in the next meta. All these amazing cards, guys. Artifacts are just going to shut everything down. Artifacts are just going to kill the extra deck. The link mechanics still considered part of your extra deck. It doesn't go part of anything. Dimensional Barrier doesn't touch it, but Scythe does, and that's why I think it's not gonna ever lose favor. Summon Limit, it's gonna be good. Massacre Strix's gonna be amazing until Dracos get hit. We didn't put Flying Sea in here because it's kind of useless now. Like you give your opponent a Flying Sea and they just link summon with it. So like it's an Earth too, so they can make Mrs. Radiant like their only favorite link monster. So we took that out. I think all link monsters are just going to be really good now. So Flying Sea and stuff like that, it's just not as good as it used to be. Yeah, those were our top like 15 cards. So thanks Carlos for showing us your top 5 cards on this channel, man. Yeah, guys, peace out. This is Juan from the Yada Lock signing out, boys.